My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. Okay, I'll tell y'all that to celebrate a little Christmas in July, I brought out a little Christmas candy that I've kept ever since December to have in July. It might be getting kind of hard or mushy or something because it's giving me the TMJ. But I'll tell y'all a little thing or two that I told y'all what it would be like. I finished these two Santas at their faces and these two as well. But when it comes down to this final video, I decided that since it didn't give me too much trouble to carve the faces on those ones made from African and genuine mahogany, thought it wouldn't hurt anything after all, just to maybe demonstrate how I do it with the walnut. So with this little knife coming this way, we got a little specialized cut to make. Get rid of a little ways of what all I say that we may not need. And I'll tell y'all that this is just my way of working into things and kind of get where we're sort of working down to this little place in the head and the face where the little working comes along, kind of show a little extra mercy and grace to what we carve from the wood. And the little ho-ho can just kind of like have a way to do what he does and kind of know that he has a little faith of a way that you work into what else you do here. And I say that it's just kind of like how poor old man was just one who, I read one year that it was back when Saint Nick was a kid that his parents passed away and left him all their money in his will, made him a rich and wealthy man, and he willingly sacrificed his wealth to get the girls out of slavery. And to those who know the story, it has a lot of meaning to it. And so I say there's a lot of traditional tales told to us over time. Think about that tale Walter Wangerin told. He was also a Lutheran author, but he kind of shared a lot of good, interesting bits of information to us and told us all what we may not have known always ahead of time. But I say of all things that maybe it would be a good idea to maybe consider perhaps just doing one face maybe for this video, maybe do the other a little separate time. But you can see here what all I've cut out now to make out the face and the beard. There's a little thing here called an eye punch we use to make the eyes, put the little eyes into place. I say kinda work on this biz to where it's going to be kinda taking a little bit of a extra way into us, and so we got to make sure we get the right one, because I say it can be a lot of trouble when you end up with the wrong little eye punch and you're trying to do a little work into a piece, because I say that this is how the little holes come out for the eyes. And one little thing we do is leave this little mark down the center that might kind of separate the eyelid from the eye itself. And what we have and do, I say, oh yeah, like work in a little havoc area, and it's just kind of like what we have as far as what just a little work in the area of a St. Nicholas could be. And so I say it's just kind of the way a little bit of work shall ponder about, and oh, I say come down to where we get just the little eyes coming in just like that. Perhaps there's a place or two where I have to dig out a little more just to kind of get it a little more right. Hopefully we got it right now. And for one last thing, separate the mustache from the beard. The little line you make that does that, and this little thing down here that makes the little mouth of it all. So I kind of see how a little work shall just measure away, take us all down to where we see old freaky Saint Nick. Oh, I say, this little work shall corner us all away, make us see that it's just Mr. Nicholas himself, taking himself the way he always does, I say, and with little images that come along the side, kinda taking things from the little mouth and all, and it's just kind of like how you know, we get down to a little point where this is where it is what it comes to be after all the carving is done out and making out the good face. This can be some work to do when it comes down to what we have and what we do. So I say that this is just kind of what we all may come down to see. It'll be just the work it comes to you and me. So for this little moment, I want to say that I appreciate those of you who have come on, see how it's turned out so far, and so much more I'd like to say, given a chance. I'd probably say this is kind of the little finale to this video, and there's little things I'd share along with my diet and my exercise. I tell y'all, spent all day out in the heat in Richmond, then kind of came home that afternoon and took a nap from, I'd say, about mid-afternoon up until like 3:30 the next morning. Went back to bed at 4 and woke up about 6. So after that, I kind of went to sweat and Zumba and swim in the pool, and kind of would say that I probably got a little bit hot and dry, maybe had a little rash for a while, but just showered this morning. It feels much better. I'm not itching like crazy anymore or having all that redness around my skin. So it's getting to be a better day for us. I will say we're going to finalize the series here, and hopefully I'll get around to painting those things next. I know one thing, it's going to be hard to do all the painting on video, so you'll get to see a picture of them on Facebook or somewhere once they're all done, and I can tell you a little bit more about how I've been posting later, and have opened back up my Instagram, but decided to delete from it a lot of what I didn't need. So thank you all for coming on, watching, and taking care. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.